Let's play some Star Trek Judgement Rites. I gotta move this back over here. All right, let's bring the chat back there.
Load a previously saved game.
Yes, please. Mission 2.
I advise referring to the star map and setting a course for Balkus 3, Captain.
Balkus 3. Balkus 3 is going to be 18. Alright, let's do this.
Approaching Balkus 3, Captain.
Entering standard orbit.
I have the coordinates for the power source the Demeter detected.
No communications from the planet, sir. Commander Gelman wishes us good luck.
Spock, come with me. Scotty, you have the con, Lieutenant. Ask Dr. McCoy to meet us in the transporter room.
Yes, Captain?
All right.
What the devil was that? An attack?
While I cannot guarantee a lack of physical change, Doctor, we seem to be unharmed. I therefore conclude we have been scammed.
Captain, are you all right? Sensors detected a burst of power followed by some sort of powerful transmission.
According to Spock, we're in perfect health, Scotty.
According to Spock?
Never mind, Mr. Scott. Can you track the transmission to its destination?
I'll give it a try, Captain, but it's like nothing I've ever seen before.
It never is, Mr. Scott. It never is. Kirk out.
I guess you were right, Spock. And here I thought we were dead for a second.
Doctor, that would have made conversation quite difficult.
I was making a joke, Spock.
Were you, Doctor?
Gentlemen, I believe we have some business at hand.
A large machine with lights cycling on its front side. An impressive-looking machine of alien manufacture. A relatively small machine full of electronics with a glass port on the front.
Fascinating, Captain. I've never seen machinery of this type before.
This place looks like Spock's dream world, doesn't it, Jim?
In what way, Bones?
No decorations, no life, nothing but machinery. Not even a picture of his mother on the wall.
A picture of my mother here would be most surprising. However, if you are suggesting that construction was performed in an efficient manner, I would agree with your most logical conclusion.
Remind me to check my blood for green tinges when we get back to the ship, Jim.
Nothing unusual about that object, Captain.
Really?
This star is made from native minerals and shows the propensity to emit low-level light. It shows a high degree of machining, Captain. Nothing unusual about that object, Captain.
Okay.
Circuitry controlling the door.
Okay.
Gas plasma displays, Captain. Readings show that they have been activated recently.
A series of readout displays. A small stone, 8-pointed star suspended from the ceiling.
Okay. Well,
Save new game.
oh, okay. All right, Spock. Do something with the door.
Quite simple, considering the appearance of the other machinery here. All that was needed was a power interrupt. The doors will only stay closed while power is on. Interesting.
The soft glow of an energy field surrounds what looks to be a large computer console and display.
I was examining that computer, Captain. Very interesting. The computer has an exceedingly large display screen. There are several conclusions.
What conclusions, Spock?
One, the individuals for whom this equipment was built have substandard vision. Two, the users have quite long arms or manipulative extremities and have to work a considerable distance away from the console and screen. Three, the large screen and lack of anything else in the room could mean it was expected that more than one individual would be viewing the display.
Hey, welcome back, Jake. Good to see you. Welcome. All right, let's see.
The energy field is blocking any tricorder readings of the machinery inside.
A view screen that looks very similar to the one on the Enterprise.
A large view screen, Captain. No power is being fed to it at this time.
Okay. How about I interact this one?
We got hit with a power surge. It's interfering with sensors and we might have some trouble locking onto you.
Well, if we intend on taking our shore leave with the rest of the crew, we'd better find out what's causing that power surge.
Let's open up these doors. Oh, but it closes all the other doors. Interesting. Yeah. Alright, let's just go this way. Let's see. I vaguely remember this one.
An optical bridge cable. A component interface card. This cube contains a significant amount of circuitry. Essentially, an on-off control device.
Alright, well, let's pick
Spock,
up all...
what kind of interface is this?
Let's pick up all this crap.
A bridge unit for use between function control and display circuitry.
Hey, good to see ya.
It could be helpful.
Welcome.
to have.
Spock, what do you make of these?
This appears to be a set of interface cables.
Spock, any idea what this box is?
cube contains control circuitry. I suggest we keep it.
All right. Then
Spock, is that a switch?
Yes, a fairly simple switching device, Captain.
The device is rhythmically dropping rectangular cards into its storage bin. A large computer performing some unknown task. Another unknown alien machine.
oh, wait a minute. Oh, well. Is there anything behind those?
Spock, what do you make of the screen?
Oh, okay.
This is a computer display module, Captain.
There we go. I can't forget that. Alright, let's go. Let's see what's in here.
A recharging station.
Ah. Is there something I have that I can recharge? What about this?
Captain, that would destroy the entire unit. I would strongly recommend against trying to charge that piece of equipment.
Okay, okay.
No, I don't think that's necessary.
Oh, I just heard a cloaking sound.
This device transforms its internal energy into useful quantities for other portable devices. The transfer takes place at the small outlet junction located near the center of the unit.
So what is that in English, you pointed-eared confusion factory?
In English, it remains exactly as I said. However, for those unskilled in the language, this is a battery charger.
For once, why can't you just come up with a simple explanation first?
It's not always necessary, Doctor. You are not always around.
What is it with you two? You're like children. I'm getting tired of it. Why am I snapping at you?
The energy field is blocking any tricorder readings of the machinery inside.
Let's see. So let's go up in there.
A huge vat full of pheromone and food-producing bacteria. An orb and disc configured device hangs from the ceiling.
The tricorder indicates that this container holds several organic compounds. I cannot judge more until the force field is disabled. It is generating too much interference. Perhaps Dr. McCoy can discern more information.
Jim, the force field on the control unit is generating too much interference. I can't get a good reading on the contents of the vat.
Okay, okay.
Captain, this is the life support control unit.
Ah. Okay. Well, first I'm gonna have Spock look at some of these other doors. What's in here? This looks like the medical bay.
A medical examination station. It appears to be sized for Balcosi.
Balcosi.
In the back of the room sits medical diagnostic equipment. It appears idle. Medical diagnostic and treatment unit set.
Captain, given the nature of the electronics inside, I can deduce that it is a synthesizer replicator unit. However, It is unlike anything used by the Federation. I am unable to determine its exact capabilities.
Interesting. Okay. Where's this take us? Whoa. Okay. There are so many rooms.
This device appears to be of the same manufacturer as the others in this complex.
That's very insightful. Let's see.
Internal structure hidden by force field effects. The uncovered areas consist of a pair of unknown vents and a solid inclined drop chute.
Oh, is this food? Okay. Let's see what happens.
That passageway narrows as it goes up. I don't think we'd make it without getting stuck.
Oh, okay.
Save new game.
The Valkosian system shows heightened stress and metabolic.
Nothing unusual.
Save new game.
Interesting. So let's see.
Looks like a Balkosian described by the data files from the...
Okay, okay. Well, let's... Spock, why don't you go ahead and fuck with this?
Captain, the controls are locked out. There is no way to change their settings.
Okay.
Captain, the...
Oh, I have to have Spock do it every single time. Okay.
This seems pointless.
Okay.
Wait, Jim, we may need that. As your doctor, I suggest you relax.
I don't think this is going to fit.
Captain, applying a charge of the magnitude the recharger applies would damage...
I wish I just knew where I was supposed to put it. Alright, let's see.
Captain, these items appear to be configured to produce a small energy field of some sort. They do not appear to be powered at this time.
Why don't you see what you can do with them, Spock?
That would seem to be a logical thing to do. I will take enough for all of us.
Alright, what about those?
The bin contains small plastic discs, Captain. The plastic is essentially inert in this form. However, if placed under pressure, it will become a superconductor capable of storing significant energy compared to its size. It will break down over time. That is why it is commonly stored in this state.
Probably should hang on to a few, don't you think?
A logical choice.
Okay.
A small gray badge.
It's not gray, but
A small disc of plastic. Another unknown alien machine.
what if I put it in there?
This is a very specialized pressure device, Captain. These badges go into this hopper and will be combined under pressure with an item placed in the other hopper.
Well, I think it looks like a button maker. Can it make me a badge that says if man was meant to transport, his atoms would already be scattered?
Possibly, Doctor. But after pressure application, it would be unlikely you would be capable of reading much.
You're not a lot of fun, Spock.
I did not realize that was part of my job requirement, Doctor. Is it part of yours?
At times like this, yes.
The badges have been placed into the hopper, Captain.
Alright, let's try this then.
The batteries have been placed into the device.
Oh, those are batteries.
Since we know this is a high-pressure device, it would be logical to either use it or leave it alone.
Whew. What is that smell?
There is a chemical change due to the pressure. That is simply a small amount of outgassing by the plastic, Doctor. Captain, the badges and batteries are now joined.
Okay.
No effect.
Well, now what?
Once Spock, always a green-blooded, pointy-eared Vulcan.
Oh, okay. So now I need to go and charge.
The badges change color.
I believe the units are now fully operational.
Hopefully these badges will help us with some of these force fields. We should each keep one of them with us while we're here. You know, Spock, if you weren't here, I'd have to try to determine what that machine does.
Then it would seem to be most fortunate that I am here.
Jim, I do believe Spock was being sarcastic.
I think all this alien machinery has gotten him so excited he's become emotional.
Not likely, Captain.
No, I suppose not.
No, I suppose not. Oh, okay. Alright, Spock, scan.
This is a computer control panel, Captain. It appears to have some control over other parts of the compound.
Okay. Work your magic.
This console is non-operational, Captain. However, I do believe the repair would be a simple matter given the right materials. There are essentially no controls or displays available at this time.
Oh, okay, well. Let's put a display up.
The computer is now functional.
Ah,
Fascinating. There's only a limited amount of control available on this console. I believe there are other functions it controls, but these functions cannot be accessed.
I'm not sure I understand, Spock.
Nor I, Captain. What purpose would be served by limiting access?
What purpose indeed? Bones, any ideas?
Why are you asking me? Is this some kind of pop quiz?
Two other things, Captain. There is a reference in the limited readout which leads me to believe there are other complexes on the planet somehow connected with this one. Location and function are not specified or available.
That's only one, Spock.
True, Captain. I was just waiting to see if you had any comments.
Not that I'd like to share at this moment, Mr. Spock, please.
There is one other repair that is possible. One device can be controlled from this console if its command circuit is replaced. I will not be able to determine what device that is until the replacement circuit is installed.
Okay.
Save new game.
Okay. So...
No, I don't think that's necessary.
It is now possible for me to shut down a force field at some other location. I do not know where or what the force field protects.
Yes, I'm getting tired of force fields. One less will be a pleasure no matter what it does. No, let's look around a bit more first. Yes, I'm getting tired of force fields.
Let's see what happens.
Captain, my attempt to turn off the force field has triggered some sort of computer activity. It is requesting that I allow some sort of display to occur on the screen. Shall I allow it?
I don't know if that's a good idea. Let's wait. By all means, by all means, Spock. Curiosity may kill cats, but I'm hoping humans will fare a little better.
That's comforting, Jim.
Oh, what the hell is this? Okay. Okay.
It seems that we have chosen incorrectly, Captain.
What's the matter, Jim? Been that long since childhood?
No, Bones, it hasn't been.
I must
One of
that.
Okay.
It is now possible for me to shut down a force.
Yes, I'm getting tired of force fields.
Captain, my attempt to turn off.
I don't know if that's a good idea. By all means.
That's comforting, Jim.
It appears we have chosen correctly, Captain. The controls indicate that the force field has been dropped.
Okay.
No, I don't think that's necessary. No, I don't think that's necessary.
Alrighty.
I really should learn how you do these doors, Spock, but since you're here...
But since you're here, Spock. Alright. Oh, okay, the force one went down there. Okay. Let's see.
A high-protein bacteria mixed with some sort of pheromone-style compound. I don't know what effects the pheromone would have on our physiology. I would need to take a sample back to the lab on the Enterprise to conduct a study.
Oh, no.
Reading slightly elevated.
Funny I don't feel sick. Probably just another problem with the machine. Readings are slightly elevated. You seem healthy. I wonder why it's doing that.
Me too.
Readings slightly elevated.
You seem healthy. I wonder why it's...
Alright, let's see.
What the devil do I know about machines? Ask Spock.
Information recorded on the tricorder states that this is a discharge unit to eject material into the planet's ecosystem.
Ah, interesting. Okay. Let's see what else has been disabled.
Spock, why am I wasting... No, I don't think that's...
Alright. Yeah, I can't remember this puzzle either. Alright. Maybe we should fuck with that.
It doesn't look like that sprayer is key to the Balcosi. I don't see any useful markings on this machine.
Captain, I do not notice any external controls. This appears to be a self-automated unit.
Maybe I can...
I'll try to stun him when he goes to eat.
We're just gonna stun it. Okay, cool. Alright, alright. Alright, here we go. Let's stun him.
I'll try to stun him when he goes to eat. I'll try to stun him when he goes to eat.
He is!
Even though unconscious, the Balcosian system is still operating at a much higher than normal rate. Jim, I'd like to take him to the medical examination room next door. I want to know what that gas is doing to him.
Not a bad idea, Bones.
My God, look at these readings. Everything's elevated. Small wonder that the Balcosi are in turmoil. Every aggression-related hormone in this guy's body is working overtime.
What's causing it, Bones?
That little hiss of air was loaded with pheromones, Jim. The creature inhaled them and immediately went into overload.
This must happen at random intervals when they collect the food.
I hate to sound like Spock, but there's more, and it's pretty fascinating. Also horrifying. The pheromone is perfectly tuned to the Balcosian physiology. It's like somebody genetically engineered both.
Didn't the Demeter report say there weren't enough records showing the Balcosian presence on the planet? Could they have been put here on purpose?
It is possible we have stumbled in on an experiment, Captain.
With the subjects being treated like rats, it's criminal, Jim. These can be thinking beings.
I'm not certain it is the Balcosi that are the subjects, Bone. I think it is us.
Interesting hypothesis, Captain. What is your supporting data?
It's the way all of this is set up, Spock. I can't put my finger on it, but it just feels so set up. We keep finding out just enough to make choices. The real question is who? Who's doing this to us?
And to what purpose, Captain? Why?
Why indeed, Spock. Why indeed.
Okay.
I don't understand any of this, Jim. Now, this is more like it, a medical examination table. I'd know... This isn't a medical matter, Jim.
Oh, okay.
Captain, given the nature of the electronics in...
Jim, the cells contained in this unit are from a Balcosian and from that pheromone. This machine is synthesizing the toxin that's gonna ruin these people.
Okay. Alright, let's go check out the other room.
Captain, this appears to be a mass storage device. The tricorder cannot tell what information it holds. Captain, there's a small display active. It appears that this device is a memory unit, an archive. Most amazing. The information is in volatile memory. If power were lost to this device, all information contained within would be lost. An odd way to create an archive.
What is in the archive?
The displays indicate it contains a vast amount of data on three-dimensional projection. Circuitry diagrams, equipment construction techniques. Essentially, everything needed to project lifelike images in great detail inside of a structure. Starfleet does not have this level of technology. This would be a major find for the Federation.
Then I'd think that gathering that data would be a very good thing to do, Mr. Spock.
Find stuff.
Very well, Captain.
Holodecks.
Captain, the display indicates that the best view of the projection will be from the south side of the room.
Well, gentlemen.
Anyone got popcorn?
Bones. Impressive, Spock.
Captain, I'm not responsible for that occurrence. However, I did discover that accessing the memory will not only trigger the shutdown of this unit, it will also send a signal to another device, most likely one somewhere in this complex. Damaging the unit will also initiate shutdown and signal transmission.
There's no way around it?
None, Captain.
What is this, some kind of idiotic test? Don't fool with that, Spock. You'll poison this planet and make these inhabitants permanently aggressive.
Doctor, you do not know for certain that whoever placed the Balcosi here did not intend for that to happen. The aggressiveness may be what they need to develop further. And the information in the archive is a reward for sending the Balcosi into the next stage of their development.
You just want to get your Vulcan fingers on that precious scientific information. More like 30 pieces of silver for condemning the Balcosi to the lives of violence. Jim, you can't let this unfeeling monster do this to the Balcosi.
Do you wish me to continue attempting to access the archive, Captain?
No.
Yes, Spock. That information could be critical to the Federation. Let's hold off until we get a little more... Yes, Spock. Let's hold off.
Yeah, let's hold off. Let's go back to the first room we were
in. It appears to be a detection device. Judging by the complexity of its circuitry, I would gather that it is quite sensitive. It is a powerful transmitter, unlike anything in Starfleet records. It is a scanner with both long-range and detailed capabilities.
This is kind of fun. Too bad this machinery is not my field of expertise.
I am fairly certain it is a transmitter of some type, Captain. While the construction and circuitry are totally unfamiliar to me, I do notice a lack of signal focusing or the ability to go omnidirectional or any other similar change. However, the system is slaved to track to a general sector of the galaxy. Information is passed following a random signal pattern with the lead pulse carrying the coding keys.
English, Spock, please.
That was English, Captain. To rephrase, the signal is permanently directed to one area of the galaxy, an area I believe the Federation has yet to explore. The signal beam is not tight enough to fix an exact planet or even a specific system. These settings cannot be changed.
Then this is a sort of monitoring system only?
Quite possibly. Furthermore, the signal frequency is 0.00052 angstroms, and the transmissions are coded. Captain, unless someone was looking for this signal in particular, chances are it would be dismissed as background radiation, cosmic rays.
You learned all that by just playing with the console on a machine you've never seen before?
I am the science officer, Doctor, and a Vulcan.
All right. What about that one?
As I assumed earlier, this is a scanning device. The architecture is quite interesting and quite elegant. Captain, whoever constructed this is probably more technologically advanced than we are.
And taller. Look at how high the console is.
Good observation, Bones.
Thank you, Jim.
But not necessarily correct. It is logical to assume they do work at a higher level, however.
Are you trying to say their hands come out of their head, Spock?
I am not assuming they have hands, Doctor. A sensor device, quite sensitive. This system detected the geological scan from the Demeter. Chances are good that it had already detected the Demeter's presence.
Then why not scan the Demeter immediately?
That would have certainly alerted the ship to the presence of this equipment. Whatever or whoever controls this waited until its detection had already occurred.
Okay. Okay. Interesting.
Computer, are you on?
Captain, the remaining force field is already down.
Okay. Huh. All right.
Captain, I do not have the equipment necessary to activate the screen.
No, I don't think that's necessary. No, I don't think that's necessary. No, I don't think that's necessary.
Okay. Strange. I gotta fix this. I realize I gotta fix something on Twitch.
Save new game.
Alright, Spock.
Captain, the controls are locked out. There is no way to change their settings.
Information recorded.
It's back here. Ooh. Bad.
Captain, given the nature of the electronic...
Alright, I'm gonna look here and see. Where's the power generator? Oh, it's in the archive. Okay, so we gotta go back. Alright. Sorry, I'm yawning, guys. Whew. Need some more coffee. Some tea.
No, I don't think that's necessary. No, I don't think that's necessary.
Wait, I don't know. Did I not scan this?
Nothing unusual about that object, Captain.
A series of expanding X's laying one atop the other is etched into the floor.
Okay.
The energy generated from inside this unit is definitely causing the problems in communicating with the Enterprise. It will undoubtedly block any attempt at transporter lock-on also.
Huh. Okay. Oh, okay. I'll put a card in.
This generator may be providing power for more than just this complex. It is broadcasting power which is causing the interference in communications with the Enterprise. I cannot tell for certain if there are receiving units for this power, because some of the readout circuits are damaged. Fascinating.
What is fascinating this time, Spock? I doubt it's fascinating to either Bones or myself, but I'm sure that won't stop you from telling. What is fascinating this...
You tell him, Jim. I'm getting sick of this alien smarter-than-thou attitude.
If either of you had an ounce of logic, you would be more prepared to listen to my information, and possibly even understand it.
Bordering on insubordination, aren't we, Mr. Spock?
I always knew that no emotion garbage was just a cover. He thinks he should be in charge.
Mr. Spock, I'll have those findings from you right now.
Captain, it appears the circuit was deliberately damaged. This would only be possible if the force field were down. Who would damage their own machinery? And for what purpose?
More and more curious, Mr. Spock.
Also, Captain, I am able to determine that if power is interrupted rather than shut down from the console, it will send a signal to the discharge unit and release the bacteria into the atmosphere. The readout is now fully functional. There are other locations on this planet receiving power from this generator. Most peculiar, the locations of these units are not in the database.
And you think they should be?
It would be logical, Captain. But removing the circuit that controls the on and off functions of this device would also be illogical.
Are you trying to tell me that's what happened here?
Exactly, Captain. Until that repair is made, it would be impossible to execute a proper shutdown procedure.
Oh, well, we've got it right over there in our pocket.
No, I don't think that's necessary.
What, really?
No, I don't think that's necessary.
The repair is complete, Captain. it would now be possible to safely shut this machine down. However, doing so would certainly affect all the other equipment in this complex.
Huh. Okay. Oh, I need to go use the switch on the vat too. Okay, okay. Let's go up there, fix that. All right.
Assuming the appropriate signal is received, this unit can be shut down safely. The shutdown signal does not originate here.
All right.
Save new game. Replace previous.
All right, Spock, do your magic.
Captain, do you wish me to start the shutdown sequence on the generator?
Let's hold off on that. Shut it down, Spock.
Well, that ends that threat. Balcosi can rest peacefully tonight and from now on.
It is still a trying time in the development, Doctor.
Think of it as an adventure, Spock. Scotty, 3 to beam up.
All right.
Captain, the power source has completed its shutdown cycle. There is no trace of the bacteria or pheromone in the atmosphere. It would appear the Balcosi are free to choose their own future.
Good to hear, Spock. I know losing a find like that archive has to hurt.
That would be an emotional response.
Of course it would. How silly of me.
Captain, there are 2 signals being broadcast from the planet. The first is another burst following the same path as the original broadcast. The other signal emanates from nearby the first. It's aimed at us, Captain. Message from Starfleet, Captain.
On screen, Lieutenant.
Interesting report, Jim. I think you were right to release the Balcosi from outside influence. Too bad you couldn't retrieve the archive. No one at Starfleet has any idea who was behind all this, or what the testing message was all about. Keep us informed as you find out more. I've got confidence in you, Jim.
I've reviewed your report from your recent assignment, Captain. I have a few comments. I am very pleased with your performance. It was a perfect mission, Jim.
Yay!
Your reputation as Starfleet's best starship captain is secure. Kane out.
Kane, nice. All right. No man's land.
Captain's log,
Yes.
stardate 6236.5. Following our mission to Balcos, the Enterprise is proceeding to Omega Corvus to probe radiation clouds. We are expecting an uneventful mission.
Message from Starfleet Command.
On screen.
This is a Code 2 emergency, Captain. 3 Federation ships have vanished in the Delphi system within the last month. 3 days ago, we lost contact with the USS Zimbabwe. You are to go to the Delphi system and find out what's happened to our ships. Starfleet out.
Save new. Replace previous game. Delete previous. Save new. Delete. Save new game. Replace. Delete. Save new game.
The Delphi system is not far from Romulan space.
Let's not make any accusations without proof, Mrs. Spock.
I make no accusations, Captain. I am simply pointing out relevant information based on the most logical hypothesis available. I would not recommend drawing a definite conclusion from it.
Alright. Alright.
Our orders are to proceed to the Delphi system, Captain. Hailing frequencies are open.
Delphi. 2. There we go.
Captain, at our current speed of warp 7, I expect to enter the Delphi system in 8 minutes.
Captain, I just started getting the oddest noise on all channels. It sounds like some sort of insect drone.
Let's hear it, Lieutenant.
An object is approaching the Enterprise.
What?
Mr. Spock, is that what I think it is?
Sensors indicate that it is an authentic Earth warplane, circa 1917, belonging to the nation of Germany. Its appearance is identical to a Fokker DR-1. Sensors also indicate an immense power source and one life form.
We are being hailed.
This is Baron Trelane von Gothas of the German Air Circus. I have identified you as an enemy aircraft. You have 10 seconds to surrender before I blow you out of the sky.
Trelane, but I thought we'd seen the last of you. Stop playing games, Trelane. Leave my ship alone. We surrender. Trelane, triplanes didn't have radios during the First World War. Trelane, stop. We Trelane. Triplanes didn't have radios during the First World War.
Alright. Curious.
Trelane, but I thought we'd seen the...
Captain Kirk, that is not the way for mortal enemies to greet each other on the field of battle. Of course you hadn't seen the last of me. I am Trelane, the humble Baron of Gothas.
Humility is not something that I would associate with you, Trelane. I suppose we're going to get another tantrum from a runaway child with too much power for his own good. Mortal enemies? When are you going to... Humility is not something that I was...
Oh, this is wonderful. The sarcastic banter of determined foes just before a battle that only one of them will survive.
Put an end to this farce at once, Trelane. You have a way of trying my patience, Trelane. Go home, Trelane, before you get in trouble again. Didn't your parents punish you enough, Trelane? Put an end to this farce at once.
If you insist.
Sensors indicate he is closing on us. I would extrapolate that he intends to fire on us.
Raise shields, evasive maneuvers.
Raising shields, Captain. Controls are not responding.
Sensors indicate that our hull would not hold against his attack.
Trelane.
We have been unconscious for a considerable length of time, Captain. This is Lieutenant Commander Ellis, First Officer and Security Chief of the USS Zimbabwe.
Hello, Mr. Ellis. Where is your captain?
He was in sickbay at the time that triplane attacked us. I don't know what's going on.
What is going on, Commander, is a gentleman named Trelane, an immature child of a race with vast powers. Somehow he acquired an unhealthy fascination with human military history. Last time we encountered him, he had an interest in the Napoleonic era.
It would appear, Captain, that his awareness of human history has advanced to the level of your First World War.
If it advances any further.
Not only do we need to escape this place, but we need to find a way to discourage Trelane's interest in war once and for all.
How did you escape from him last time, Captain?
His parents appeared and punished him. I doubt that we can rely on such an intervention a second time.
Alright.
Save new game. The only door in this room.
This is probably one of my favorite.
It is locked.
This is probably my favorite level, I think, in this.
Lieutenant Commander Ellis is frowning. This sort of stuff always seems to happen to the Enterprise.
Anyone have any ideas about how to get out of here?
Fascinating. This appears to be an Earth domicile, late 19th or early 20th century.
At least nobody's sick. Lieutenant Commander Ellis is showing heightened levels of stress. Mr. Spock, I can never tell what's right and what's wrong with these Vulcans. The phrase, physician, heal thyself, has always annoyed me.
Alright, let's see.
James T. Kirk, slightly heightened levels of adrenaline, but otherwise normal.
A crate. It is labeled schnapps. It is unopened. A crate. There are many bundles of sticks piled against the wall. A small barrel rests against the wall. Straw. Not the sort of bedding that Starfleet Straw. The crate is too heavy to take with you.
Well, fine. I just want to open it up and take some schnapps.
The crate is open. It is full of bottles of Himrich schnapps. The date on the bottle says 1913. You have taken several bottles of schnapps. You pick up a stick.
Okay.
Now is not the time to go to sleep.
The barrel's full of holes, Captain. It's useless.
It's over here.
The crates are nailed shut. You are unable to open them.
Oh, nice. I actually said it. I have this on Cadet because I don't care about the space combat in this game. I care way more about the actual, away missions.
I can't seem to force this door open. This lock is tougher than I'd expect for this time period.
Fascinating.
They put the stick in there.
Keep it down, Schweinhund. Keep it down, Schweinhund.
Okay.
Kirk, we're going to need all of our wits if we want to survive. Put the alcohol away.
No thanks. We'll need all of our wits if we are to defeat Trelane.
Make Spock drink
Vulcans
it.
do not drink.
He needs to loosen his Vulcan ears a little.
I have observed numerous occasions, Doctor, where you have regretted your indulgence in alcoholic beverages.
All right, Bones.
Not as good as Steel Magnolia. Perhaps later. You carry it, Jim.
Okay.
You cover the straw with schnapps.
It's not firing.
The phasers have been completely drained of energy.
Courtesy of our charming host, no doubt.
No doubt. Well, gentlemen, if we're going to beat Trelane, we'll have to beat him on his own terms.
What's going on here?
We should leave this building immediately. The proximity of this fire to a large concentration of alcohol puts us at considerable risk.
I thought that was my job.
You already have plenty of schnapps.
All right, bye, guy. Good luck.
The building is structurally sound, Captain. I doubt that it would collapse, but as a precaution, I would not enter it again.
But where are we, Mr. Spock?
Isn't it obvious? In trouble.
Do you have a problem, Mr. Ellis?
Yes, sir, I have a problem. His name was...
The Baron does not appreciate vagrants.
Why that?
Save new game.
All right.
This unfortunate soul is screaming for help. This looks like a man who enjoys his work.
You'd better take care of the soldier first.
Oh, okay. How about this guy?
I'm the closest one to him. You keep an eye out for any of his friends.
Having fun, Jim? Jim, do you really want this guy up and around?
I suppose he'll come to eventually.
All right.
That should fix the hip problem. You should rest. Thank goodness Trelane didn't take the tranquilizers from my med kit. He'd probably be too tired to talk much.
The old man stares at McCoy in wonder and gratitude.
Thank you for helping me. If only I had something to repay you.
You could tell us where we are.
You are the American pilot, Lieutenant Colonel Jimmy Kirk, the leader of the famous Enterprise Squadron.
Lieutenant Colonel?
Jimmy? Enterprise Squadron?
I suppose I should tell you nothing, but as it looks as though the war will soon be over, I can tell you that this is the village of Gothos.
What war is this?
The Great War. The one that has lasted for 4 damned years and has killed millions. I never thought that it was possible for so many young people to die for such a worthless cause.
I believe he refers to the first of your world wars.
Could you answer an important question for me, sir? What year is this? Where's Trelane? What else has happened? What year is this?
You must have been held prisoner for a long time, Colonel. It's October 16th, 1918.
Fascinating.
I am so tired. I must rest.
You get no response. This seems pointless.
Let's go into the tavern.
You know that Baron's orders are that you are to be served in the armory. You are not to enter this establishment.
Everyone knows, Fraulein, that the Baron's orders were never meant to be taken seriously. Even by him.
Looks like trouble.
Excuse me, but if the lady wants you out, then you should get out. Would you like to step outside? Hello, soldier. Wouldn't you look good with beer on your face? Excuse me, but if the lady wants you out, then you should get out. Would you like to step outside? Hello, excuse me, but if the...
I won't have trouble in my place. Get out. I will be bringing beer to the armory later tonight anyway.
I don't know who you are, but we had better not meet again.
Nice guy.
Rudolph Ulan, owner of the shop outside. What seems to be the problem?
What do you think about the war, Herr Olin? What can you tell me about Trelane? What do you think about the war, Herr Olin?
Herr Schiller would have us believe that Germany is doomed. But I have more faith in our great soldiers than that. Victory shall be ours. Herr Kirk, what is it this time?
What can you tell me about Trelane?
The perfect German. If anyone can turn this war around, it's him.
You're such a sycophant, Rudolph. I saw how you handled that foolish brute outside. Quite impressive. I am Schiller, superintendent of the local schools. How may I help you?
What do you think of the war? Where can I go to earn some money? What can you tell me about? Where can I go? What's special about the school? What do you think of the war?
Horrible business. When it started, I thought it would be good for Germany, but it soon became a mess. I hope it will be over soon. If we can settle this thing without harsh negotiations, we can get back to being a civilized nation once again. Herr Kirk, though my position as school superintendent keeps me busy, I'm always glad to help you.
What can you tell me about Trelane?
A flamboyant man, and the greatest pilot in Germany. If only his soldiers weren't such rabble. Herr Kirk, though my position as school superintendent keeps me...
Where can I go to earn some money?
One might find a little money doing odd jobs around the village. Herr Kirk, though my position...
What's special about the school?
Well, Captain Hauptmann is addressing our class, trying to make the children into proper Germans. And we have a brand new chalkboard.
Oh boy, a chalkboard.
Well, Miss Gernsbeck, you seem to run a very efficient place.
Thank you, Colonel. Unfortunately, the war does not lend itself to efficiency. What do you wish to talk about?
Why are you calling me a colonel? What's going on with the war? You said that the war led to a lack of efficiency. What are you talking about? What do you know about Trelane? Why do these soldiers bother you? Why are you calling me a colonel?
I know who you are. Lieutenant Colonel Jimmy Kirk, leader of the famed United States Enterprise Squadron that has shot down so many of our pilots, along with Major Spock and Captain Leo McCoy.
Captain McCoy? Leo?
Excuse me, Gretel.
I will try, Colonel.
What's going on with the war?
It has not been going well of late, though we are told that Kaiser Wilhelm will never surrender. I doubt the war will last more than 2 months.
What is the date?
You have been held prisoner for a long time. I'm glad it's coming.
You said that the war led to a lack of efficiency. What are you talking about?
The soldiers are little more than animals. They do as they please because a band protects them. I must deliver cakes of beer for them every night. It keeps them from having to leave the armory. I'm glad it's coming to an end.
What do you know about Trelane?
I know the band despises you and has vowed to kill you if you should ever meet again. Take my advice. Flee Garthos and never return.
And how does one flee Gothos?
I do not know. Else I would have left long ago. The village of Garthos seems to ensnare anyone who comes here. You see, I really work for the French government. I'm a spy. I'm glad it's coming to an end.
Spy? Why do these soldiers bother you? Spy?
I have been here for 2 years. The Western Front is very close. I'm glad it's coming.
Why do these soldiers bother you?
The soldiers are little more than animals. They do as they please because a band... I'm glad it's coming to...
Alone, Fräulein?
Perhaps someday, when you have defeated your enemy and this war is finally over, you would come and visit me. I would enjoy spending better times with you.
Perhaps, Fräulein.
Ooh.
Excuse me.
I will...
How's the spy business?
Shh. Please.
You know, somewhere here I actually have my other pair of glasses I can wear. Here they are. There we go. A little more in line. There we go.
I recommend finding out as much as we can.
He's an immature maniac with a
knowledge of his...
with an egotist like Trelane.
Foreknowledge, Doctor, is...
I wonder what's back there.
If I didn't know your good luck was only temporary, I'd be quite annoyed.
Mr. Full House is complaining. If his hands were any more indecent, he would be arrested.
With the Baron's soldiers, he might be arrested even if his hands were decent. I can't complete a strike to save my life.
Or your fortune.
I'm Werner Gillard, the shoemaker. If you are not prepared to play, please leave us.
Excuse our friend. He doesn't like to perform in front of an audience. Hello, I am Richard Sundergaard. I publish the local newspaper. It's nice to see someone as famous as you, Lieutenant Colonel.
Doesn't it worry you, Herr Sundergaard, that you know an enemy ace is standing next to you?
The Baron has given orders for everyone in Gothos to treat you well, Herr Kirk. A fellow pilot honoring fellow pilots, I suppose, although I would not trust the military to follow those orders to the letter.
Welcome. I am Kurt Nielsen, owner of the Gothos Brewery. If you care to join, feel free, if you can pay the stake.
We gotta go get money. Wait a minute. Alright, let's get out of here and go get some money.
charming place. Less technology, more humanity. I like it.
Somewhere in the middle of this European charm is Trelane and the missing ships. Let's find it.
Save new game. Replace, delete, preview, cancel, save, replace,
Hi, can I help you?
What do you want for that room? I see you're selling food packages. Is that a coil of rope over on the wall? What do you want for those shoes? That really is a beautiful clock. Can you tell me how to make money around here?
Sure, have some money. Oh, I don't have any. I wonder why. Hi, can I help you?
What do you want for that room?
That old thing. I can give it to you now. You can pay me later. I'm sure my boss, Mr. Uland, won't mind. Hi, can I help you?
I see you're selling food packages.
You look hungry. Sure, have it. Pay me later. Hi, can I help you?
Is that a coil of rope over on the wall?
That rope? No one ever buys rope. Go ahead and take it.
Oh, okay. You're giving me everything, kid. All right.
Hi, can I help you?
What do you want for those shoes?
I'm sorry, but those shoes have already been paid for. Hi, can I help you?
What do you want for those shoes? That really is a beautiful clock.
It sure is. I can let you have it. Pay me later. Or maybe not. Mr. Uland wouldn't like me to give away something that expensive on a promise. Hi, can I help?
What do you want for those shoes? That really is a beautiful clock. What do you want for those shoes?
I'm sorry, but those shoes...
save new, replace.
I would not get near that dog if I were you, Jim. It's suffering from rabies.
I don't think it wants to fetch, Captain.
Let's see what happens. Food.
The dog is now hungrily eating its meal.
The logical thing to do is to have Dr. McCoy treat the animal.
I'll have to get near it.
All right.
Another satisfied patient.
Save new game.
This is an old apartment building.
Oh, okay.
What is it, Gringold? Ah, visitors.
A one-armed gentleman sitting on a sofa. A domesticated long hair. A gramophone. No songs are playing. Several objects of sentimental value line the mantelpiece. Cherished possessions that have been gathered over the course of a lifetime, admired by friends and family that are now dead. A picture of the Battle of Waterloo by a starving German artist.
Oh.
What can I do for you, Colonel?
What can you tell me about the war? I noticed that you have only one. What can you tell me about Trelane? Where can I go to earn some money? What can you tell me about the...
We are a nation of warriors, Colonel. Like your America, we were born in war. We believe that military might gives men the right to take what they want.
What about diplomacy?
I wish we understood it better, Colonel. The pieces of paper that our diplomats sign have too little meaning. If we paid more attention, we could have prevented this latest mad conflict. I lost my grandson at the Marne. What can I do for you, Colonel?
What can you tell me about the war? I noticed that you have...
I lost my arm in the last war, January 8, 1871, during the siege of Paris during Bismarck's war with France, shortly before Germany's glorious victory. It still didn't bring my arm back. What can I do?
What can you tell me about... I noticed that... What can you tell me about Trelane?
Ah, yes, the glorious Baron. I'm an early soldier, retired and alone, except for Glingold. I don't think I can tell you anything about him. What can I do?
What can you tell me about the war? Where can I go to... What can you tell me about... Where can I go...
I might be able to give you some money, Colonel. If I could think of something useful that you could do for me.
This doesn't seem to be working.
It hasn't worked in several years, Colonel. There haven't been many good recordings lately, so I haven't missed it much.
Captain, I do not require your assistance at the present time. The gramophone is not functioning. It would appear to be a trivial malfunction.
Do not concern yourself with it, Captain Spock. Glingold... Thank you, Colonel. You Americans are very helpful. It's a pity we're at war with you. But wars always end. And today's enemy often becomes tomorrow's friend. Unfortunately, the reverse is often true. Here, it's not much, but money has its uses.
Thank you. Perhaps you might be able to use a broom around here.
Why, thank you, Colonel.
Let's see if I have it.
I think the cat is very comfortable in its current look.
Alright, Spock, let's see what we do with cats.
An ordinary house cat, Felis catus, a common human pet. The first records of domesticated cats are from ancient Egypt, where they reduced the rat population in the grain fields, and were also used as hunting animals to retrieve small birds.
Spock, has anyone ever told you that ignorance is bliss?
His name is Glingold, Captain Spock.
Hello, Glingold.
A painting, Captain. This tricorder detects nothing. A painting, Captain.
An impressionist painting of a ship caught in a storm. A small box lamp. A pot of gladiolas. You can tell that hair...
Well, he only has one
a
thumb.
copy of Goethe's Faust in German.
Save new game. Replace previous. Save. Replace.
If I steal his
I
book,
thought we were Starfleet officers.
this isn't real. Alright. Let's go on the screen.
And remember, democracy is weak. It relies on the votes of the foolish masses who are incapable of choosing strong leaders. Constitutional government fosters weakness. The rejection of republicanism is what won the last war for Germany, and it will bring us victory over these stupid Americans.
That's not what they told us at the Academy.
Shh, I wouldn't interrupt Captain Hartman. You wouldn't like him then. He's...
Boys and girls, let me introduce you to an example of inferior Republican stock. Lieutenant Colonel Jimmy Kirk. Tell us, Kirk, how can you defend the ludicrous American system?
I see no reason to defend anything, Captain. These children are, in spite of your efforts to indoctrinate them, quite capable of growing up to become adults who will make up their own minds. I am not interested in a debate, Hauptmann. If your system is so superior to America's, how come you're losing the war? Why don't we put it up to a vote? You have a choice between a system that gives you leaders who will oppress you for life Or a system which, imperfect though it may be, allows you to influence your leaders and gives you a chance to bring them to account.
Wait, was there anything with Hopman here?
All in favor of Hauptmann's system, say aye.
Aye!
All in favor of my system, say aye.
Aye!
It appears that they don't want what you offer them, Hauptmann.
I will not tolerate such insults. The Baron will make you all pay.
Jim, wasn't that a violation of the Prime Directive?
Dr. McCoy, this is clearly an imaginary culture with no real existence. The Prime Directive cannot be reasonably extrapolated to affect such a culture.
Herr Kirk, can I help you?
Yes, I'd like to ask a question. What do you think about the war?
It's horrible. With any luck, my students won't have to fight in such... Herr Kirk, can I help you?
Yes, I'd like to ask you, what do you think about the war? What can you tell me about Trelane?
Ah, the Baron. Such a charming man. If all the military and Gothos were like him, it would be a better place to live. Herr Kirk.
Yes, I'd like to... What do you think about... What can you tell... These children are something, aren't they?
They are little... Herr Kirk.
Yes, I'd like to... What do you think about... I didn't realize they let mad dogs teach children. These children are something, aren't they? I didn't realize...
Here's rather...
I have a power reading from the chalkboard that is off the scale. It matches the sensor readings I took of Trelane's triplane on the Enterprise.
Theories, Mr. Spock.
The last time we encountered Trelane, he used various items, a mirror in particular, as a source for his power. This locket is another one of Trelane's power objects.
And if we could find and destroy enough of Trelane's power...
The village of Gothos would come apart, and we might find out what happened to the Enterprise.
Mr. Spock, continue scanning for power sources wherever we might find them.
All right, let's go into the armory.
Save new game.
I would have shot you on sight, Lieutenant Colonel Kirk. You owe your life to Baron Trelane's kindness.
I'll try to remember.
Right, yeah.
I see him.
Yeah. How dare we bring democracy into this?
Why don't you tell your so-called Baron to stop playing games? Kindness? Trelane? I'll try to remember to thank him.
When you see him, you will die. And when you are dead, I will be thanking him.
The Baron has given orders that you are not to be disturbed. But if you threaten...
Unless we subdue the soldiers, Captain.
I don't think...
Try that and he'll shoot.
A drink from you? If you believed that we would drink your drug schnapps. A drink.
A copy of the Holy Bible. This glass ball will cause a snowstorm over a tiny German village if you turn it upside down. A plank rests against the wall. It will be used to cover a rat hole when the soldiers find time for honest work. A supply case holding some of the commander's few possessions. A safe, a rack containing a picture of a Prussian soldier circa Best Huntsman 1912. This painting of a storm at sea isn't impressionistic, just poorly painted.
You're trying to provoke. I would not try.
Okay. Maybe I should go. Interesting.
I can't believe the trench would be so close to the town.
It shouldn't be. At this point in the war, the Allies had broken through the trenches. That's why Germany surrendered. Their defenses were crumbling, and they didn't want to see their cities destroyed.
Only one of many illogical situations, Commander. The building where we were imprisoned almost burned to the ground. But no other building was touched, and no one seemed concerned about the fire.
What else?
The fact that everyone seems to recognize us, yet the military does not try to intercept us. The building signs in English instead of German. There is much here that is not what it seems.
A lone soldier groans, but does not move. Is this German or Allied territory? Rubble. An artillery shell has collapsed part of the trench.
Young human male. Life signs failing. So, now that's an odd reading. It's not biological. Maybe Spock should try using his tricorder.
Captain, another abnormally high reading emanating from an object in his pocket. A locket of some sort.
That's odd. I should be able to see immediate improvement in his injuries. But I have no response.
That is because Trelane is interfering. This man is meant to be a dying soldier, whose presence provides drama for Trelane's production.
He'll die.
Logic suggests that Trelane will not allow him to die, except for dramatic effect. Given the inconsistencies I've noticed, it is probable that he may be kept alive indefinitely.
Can you give him something for the pain, Doctor?
Nothing I've done has any effect on him, Commander.
Nothing to report in the West.
What can you tell me about the war?
I am a sentry. The others are dead. I think I'm dying.
You get no response.
Nothing to report in the...
What can you tell me about the war? What can you tell me?
I like to watch the airplanes fly overhead. The enemy watches them too, and I know that. Nothing to report.
What can you tell me? What can... about your...
You want my locket? But that's the only reminder of my girl.
We need it very badly. If we do something for you...
I have a letter to my girl. If you see that it is delivered, I'll give you my locket.
Anything else?
What can you tell me about the war? What can you tell me about... What can you tell...
I am a
Army engineers have begun building a tunnel here. The tunnel has...
Alright, let's go back to the tunnel. I want to go in here and look.
Hello, Glingold.
What did you do? My rheumatism is much better.
Nothing, Herr Eckhart. Human male in good physical condition.
20th century recording device. No longer. My tricorder detects nothing unusual. I suggest...
It's no longer on fire. All right.
And what is the bluff, Meister?
He doesn't bluff. He just complains. I do not. If I did, you dealt. There's no hand worse than the one you deal.
All right.
Save new game.
There is a date circled.
Welcome, friends. Can I help you?
What can you tell me about? Would you know where I can send a letter to be delivered? I need you to spread a rumor about a chalkboard. Can you help me get into this poker game? Would you know where I can...
I would try talking with Fräulein Gretel. Welcome, friend.
What can you tell me? What can you help me get into this? I need you to spread a rumor.
You say you need me to convince Herr Schiller to give you the kindergarten blackboard? Do not know why, but I would do anything if you could get the commander to issue a transfer for my son.
I am busy. Please.
Gentlemen, I'm...
Alright, let's go and get this delivered.
Excuse me.
I will try.
Can you deliver a letter for...
Give me the letter, and I will see that it... Thank you, Captain. I will see...
Let's go get that locket. Then we'll come back.
Nothing to report in the...
What can you tell me about... What can you tell about that locket?
You've delivered my letter?
Wait, is there anything over here?
A Fokker DR-1. The hangar of Trelane's triplane. It appears to be abandoned.
Another abnormally high reading emanating from the plane. It is in every way a Fokker DR-1, except for that power source. The tricorder indicates that the canister is empty.
Alright, let's get in on the game.
I told you I wasn't. I didn't know. I have so...
Pusti.
Save new. Replace.
Welcome, friends.
What can you tell me about the war? What can you tell? Can you help me get into this?
I would lend you a stake to enter this game, but it appears that I will have to win a few hands to give you that money. There's an open seat, Colonel. Just place your stake. Welcome to the game, Colonel.
3 hours later.
My God! Where did you learn to play poker, Colonel?
Starfleet Academy.
Lots of money. Oh shit. Alright, let's see how much I want.
This is money. A lot of money that will enable you to purchase items of great value.
Alright. What's in there? Nothing. There you go. Shop.
Save new replace.
Hi, can I help you?
What do you want for those shoes?
I'm sorry, but those shoes have already been paid for. Hi, can I help you?
What do you want for those? That really is a beautiful cloth.
You can afford it. Take it.
No, I have no more money. Let's see. Let's get the chalkboard.
Herr Kirk, can I help you?
Yes, I'd like to ask a question. What do you think about the war? What can you tell me? These children or something. I didn't realize they let men. You know, I've heard that chalkboards can be very dangerous to children. The chalk is very bad for the lungs. Maybe I should remove it.
You want to remove my chalkboard? Nein, absolutely not. I wouldn't consider it unless you gave me a letter from the superintendent telling me to do this.
Oh, I gotta go back and... Balls. Okay. Let's go back and get that letter.
Herr Kirk, though my position as school superintendent keeps me busy,
You know, I've been to inspect the chalkboard.
I am very proud that we are spending money on the finest education.
Welcome, friends.
What can you tell me? What can you... I need you to spread a rumor.
You say you need me to convince Herr Schiller.
Transfer for his son. Alright.
I would have shot you on sight.
I'll try to remember to thank... Why don't you tell your so kindness? I'll try to remember to thank him when I...
When you see him, you die.
The Baron has given orders that...
I would have shot you on...
I'll try to remember to thank him when I see... Why don't you tell your so-called kindness? Trelane? I'll try to remember to thank him when I see... Why don't you...
It's not that easy, Kirk.
The great Trelane underestimated...
I would have shot you on sight, Lieutenant Colonel Kirk.
I'll try to remember to thank kindness.
Your insults are meaningless, Kirk.
The Baron is an immature.
If I weren't civilized, I would kill you.
You call yourself...
Get out! Are you deaf, Kirk?
I see no practical purpose for doing that. I see no practical purpose for doing that.
Okay.
I'm trying to help you the best I can. Please don't tell Mr. Uland that I'm not doing my... Hi, can can I...
What do you want for those shoes? That really is a beautiful cloth.
You can afford it.
I don't know what I would do with this clock. All right. Maybe that guy wants the clock?
Hello, Glingold.
We don't need the time, Jim. What do you hope to accomplish with that?
I wonder... Interesting.
What can I do for you, Colonel?
What can you tell? I noticed that you have only one.
I lost my...
Okay. Huh. Okay. Whew. Looks like maybe they're getting... Maybe I should get them drunk? Okay. Okay.
Herr Kirk.
Okay.
Herr Kirk, what?
I'm just saying hello.
I suppose I should be courteous, Herr Kirk, but there's little profit to be...
Okay. Interesting. So it's like I'm supposed to... Like... Oh, on the barrels. Okay. Get some beer.
McCoy has drugged the beer.
Bum, ba, bum. All right, now it's time to go in there.
Save new game. Replace.
Let's see, shall we? Huzzah. Get a rifle.
You have taken one of their rifles. A soldier. He is currently unconscious. The commander of this armory. He is currently unconscious and tied up.
We need to learn the combination, Captain. Photographs, medallions, and trophies. The tricorder does not detect anything unusual. The man is unconscious, Captain.
All right, Bones, do your stuff.
I have a bad feeling about this.
You'll never get me to talk.
I would prefer that you didn't. You're nothing but a figment of Trelane's childish imagination. You're even... Where's Trelane? I would prefer that you didn't. Where's Trelane? Where's my crew? I would prefer that you didn't.
I will tell you nothing.
You know what? I can always just threaten you with
You
rifle.
presume to threaten me, Colonel?
I want you to sign transfer papers for Sundergaard's son. Send him away from the front.
How typical of the press. Not too willing to sacrifice for the good of the nation. Untie me, and I shall sign papers to take this little coward away from his duty.
I'll get it.
You have taken the signed transfer papers.
You'll never get me to talk.
I would prefer... You're nothing but a figment of...
I will tell you nothing. You'll never get me to talk.
I would... Where's Trelane?
I will tell you nothing.
Force feed him
I do
schnapps.
not understand the reason for this act.
All right. Let's go talk to these dudes. Oh shit, you know what I need to do? I need to go back. You know what, I'm gonna go have him do all that stuff.
Thank you, Lieutenant Colonel. If there is anything I can do... Welcome, friends.
What can you tell me? I need you to spread...
You say you need me to convince...
I
Welcome,
just
friends.
did.
Can I help you?
What can you tell me? What can you tell me?
My Herr Kirk, you know the...
Alright. Alright.
Herr Kirk, though my position is...
You look worried. It wouldn't happen to be about...
I have heard the most horrifying rumors about these boards.
Absolutely. If you wish, I could dispose of the thing for you before anyone is harmed. I'd need a letter for Frau Humperdinck.
Absolutely. Let me just take pen to paper. Take it when you want to destroy the vile thing.
You pick up the piece of paper.
Alright, let's head out.
The tricorder scan indicates that the safe contains trinitrotoluene, commonly referred to as TNT.
I suppose it might be an asset. Can you get it?
My tricorder indicates the lock is atypical for the period. I would require the exact combination.
You'll never get me to talk.
I would prefer that you're nothing but a thick. Where's Trelane? I would prefer that you're nothing but a thick. Where's. I would prefer.
I will tell you nothing.
Huh. Okay. Oh, I can use Spock on the commander to get a mind meld. Okay.
I could mind meld with him to get the combination of the safe.
Do it, Spock.
Trelane. Trelane. Trelane.
Spock, snap out of it.
He's not paying attention to me. Run away.
The combination, Spock. Concentrate on the combination.
Kirk. I must have revenge on Kirk. Every great man has his enemy. Nothing could be more fun than revenge. The sensation to end all sensations.
Spock.
I am back, Captain. I was able to mind meld with Trelane to an extent through his replications. These men are the crew of the Shinobi, the original freighter that Trelane captured. Their thoughts have been altered by Trelane.
Where is the Enterprise, Spock?
Or the Zimbabwe.
I received the impression that Trelane is holding them prisoner. I also got the combination for the safe. Right 43, left 18, right 29, pull.
All right. Let's go get the chalkboard.
Herr Kirk, can I help you?
Yes, I'd like to ask a question. What do you think about... You know,
You want to remove my chop?
Well, I've got that sign.
That does not seem to be the logical function of that item.
Well, if the superintendent says you...
Alright. Is it good?
Save new game.
I'm curious. What if we go and say hi to Trelane? Or he's gonna kill me?
Here we are at Trelane's doorstep. What's the matter, Trelane? Is the great Baron of Gothos...
Captain, the force field around the castle is extremely intense. I get the same energy signature from it as I did from the triplane that attacked the Enterprise.
Mr. Spock, is there any way to penetrate it?
The force field permeates the ground, Captain. The largest weapons of this era could not penetrate the force field. If we could generate a disruption on the wavelength, the field could be breached, although we would not have much time before it was reestablished.
How could we generate such a disruption?
By physically destroying other objects that resonate on that wavelength. Objects like the power objects that we have already found.
Alright. Alright, let's put all that stuff inside the plane. Let's blow it up. put that locket in there.
You put the locket in the triplane. You put the chalkboard in the triplane.
Affirmative, Captain.
Everyone stay well back.
Wait a minute, what about the clock?
We did not destroy enough of Trelane's power objects, Captain. He was able to use their energy to shield the triplane from the force of the explosion. We need to destroy all the power objects in Gothos at the same time.
Okay. Oh yeah, that clock has one too.
You put the clock in the triplane.
There we go.
Affirmative, Captain.
Everyone stay well back.
I suppose I should be angry at you, Captain, with your act of vandalism against my beautiful aircraft. But then, barbarians will be barbarians.
There's only one barbarian in the room, Trelane, and I'm looking at him right now.
This is funny.
Release my ship, Trelane. And don't you ever grow up, Trelane? You may have powers of a god, but that doesn't even come close to making you a man. There's only one barbarian.
Captain, you're even ruder and more antagonistic than I remembered. How wonderful!
What must I do to make you leave me and my crew alone?
I have no interest in leaving you alone, Captain. As for your crew, you're only a few feet away from them. Observe my trophies, Captain Kirk.
This bottle contains a very realistic reduction of the SS Shinobi, a freighter. This bottle contains a very realistic reduction of the SS Manikier, a Denebian transport. This bottle contains a very realistic reduction of the USS Zimbabwe.
My ship! Bring it back or I'll...
This one's even more savage than the last one of your officers who made the same mistake. My compliments, Captain, on having such a spirited crew. Truly a testament to your fine leadership.
Release him, Trelane. He's done you no harm. Take me in his place. He's not a member of my crew and you know it. Besides, he looks rather peaceful standing there. Release him, Trelane.
You're no fun, Kirk. Besides, why should I?
I'll do what you want.
Your concern for the safety of your inferior species is most tiresome, Captain. Very well.
I suppose I should thank you, Captain.
Later, Commander.
This bottle contains a very realistic reduction of the USS Enterprise.
Jim, is that what I think it is?
It is the Enterprise, Doctor. It is functioning normally, aside from being trapped. The crew are alive and well.
My latest hobby, gentlemen, putting warships in bottles, celebrating the grand martial heritage of your species.
Actually, you should.
The tricorder confirms that the ship has been shrunk. I know of no scientific way to...
We'll have to convince our host to do...
Give me the same with...
The tricorder...
We'll have to convince our...
Alright.
If the real thing weren't bad enough, a portrait of the humble Baron of Gothos smirks nauseatingly at you. A polar bear rug. An axe and shield. As with most of Trelane's collection, they are mostly ornamental. These candles illuminate Trelane's self-portrait. An ugly gargoyle-like decoration.
A trifle grotesque for the setting, isn't it, Trelane?
Why, Kirk, I wasn't aware of your interest in the design of castles. I hope you like my rug better.
Save new game.
Well, Captain, I suppose you're about to make your grand plan of escape.
You must think you're pretty clever, Trelane, with your replica of the First World War. Why should I have to make a grand plan to escape from a loser like you? I don't have to do anything. Eventually, your parents are going to find you and discipline you again. You must think you're pretty clever, Trelane.
I thank you, Captain.
I wasn't complimenting you, Trelane. I've never seen such a piece of nonsense in my life. Although you could have made that trench scene much more realistic. If World War I had been the way you depicted, human history would have been a lot... I wasn't complimenting you, Trelane.
Nonsense!
You know, I suppose that's why your parents haven't come for you. They're ashamed to call you their son. You call that war? That sanitized, melodramatic drivel? Look into the memory banks of the Enterprise. Try to recreate what the First World War was really like. That's right, Trelane. Nonsense. I suppose I should have expected your historical... You know, you call that war? Not a liar, just misinformed. Use the memory banks of the Enterprise, Trelane. Recreate what's in there.
A dead French soldier. He survived a mustard gas attack at Ypres, but in this war, luck is not on anyone's side. A German soldier. Though you couldn't tell it from the color of his uniform, mud has a way of making them all look the same. A German soldier. He had lost his 3 brothers at Verdun and had considered mutinying, but feared disgrace more than the loss of his own life. Rain has been falling for hours, ever since the battle ended. Otherwise, all is quiet on the Western Front. Rain has been falling for hours.
I know, right? That was weird.
Rain has been falling.
This is worse than I imagined.
Captain Kirk, I hope you had a good reason for dragging me out in the mud in the middle of the rain.
Look around you, Trelane. Is this glory? Is this valor? Smell the stench of death. While knights fought in the sky, millions died in the mud. Diseased, starving, mutilated. Is this the sort of game you want to play, Trelane? For once in your life, Trelane, shut up and look around you. Look around, Trelane. Take in the ambience, the romance of this place. Look at the proud soldiers celebrating the glories of war. Look around you, Trelane. Is this glory?
But these people lost, Kirk. Shame and suffering is supposed to befall the losers in war.
These were the winners, Trelane. You're inhuman, Trelane. You play games with people and ignore their suffering, just like the people who sent these men to die. You should have been a politician. If you have any real courage, Trelane, if you want to experience real warfare, put yourself in their place. No powers, no titles. Experience the glory of war firsthand, like these were the winners, Trelane.
Oh, yes! Gloriously sacrificing their lives for king and country.
We are the dead. Short days ago, we lived, loved, and were loved. And now we lie in Flanders Field. There was no glorious cause. No glory in dying, in wasting your life without reason. These men knew pain, they knew anguish, but if you could feel what they felt, you would find very little excitement about war, or duty, or honor. You would not wish to experience the emotions they felt, Trelane. What you want to feel, Trelane, is a romance, a fiction, a lie crafted by humanity for generations to cover up the pain. We've learned to live without that lie, learned that our lives are better without it. I hope one day you learn it too.
Are you finished?
Not until I've taught you some sense or until I'm dead.
You're no fun anymore, Kirk. No fun at all. You're preachy just like them. Anything I'm interested in is always wrong.
Release my ship. Trelane, look around you. Does this look right to you? Trelane, you don't go around hurting people and expect them to treat it as though they're having fun. The first thing a life form learns is to avoid pain. Release my...
Why should I? I was winning. I really was. I won that ship fair and square. It's mine now. My ship. Mine, mine, mine.
Trelane, if I admit that I cheated on our last encounter, can I have my ship back? No, Trelane, it's my ship. I'm the commanding officer. There's nothing you can do to change that. I'll tell you what, Trelane. You can keep the Enterprise. All I want is your tripod. Trelane, no, Trelane, it's my ship. I'm the commanding officer. There's nothing you can do, Trelane.
Admit that you cheated? That you were a scoundrel who was a disgrace to your uniform? A complete washout as captain? Not fit to lick the boots of the great Trelane, Baron of Gothos?
Yes, I admit all that. Now release my ship.
Oh, but I was having so much fun with it. Oh, I had such a wonderful time defeating your great air fleet.
Look at the calendar in Gothos. The war is nearly over. Wars do end, Trelane. It's time to put the triplanes away. But Trelane, I admitted everything you wanted me to admit. You're going to come on, Trelane. You said you would give me back my ship. You look at the calendar in Gotham.
Ah, I suppose so, Captain. Well, I'll have to release you and my prisoners of war. We will meet again, Captain, in the next war.
As if I didn't have enough to look forward to. Captain's log. Missing starships have been restored to normal size and are about to return to their assigned missions. It was horrible, Mr. Spock. Trelane recreated one of the greatest tragedies in human history. I've seen a lot, but even that...
The waste of lives is appalling, even when one operates by pure logic. When one considers what those millions of lives that were lost might have done for humanity had the war never taken place.
Well, now that we've taken care of business... Ow! I'll have to see Dr. McCoy about my shoulder.
Something happened, Captain?
Mr. Ellis and I.
I see. Are your differences settled?
I'm afraid not, Mr. Spock. We each won a game of zero-G squash, but I'm afraid he was called back to the Zimbabwe before we could have a rubber match. I think I dislocated my shoulder with a rather wild swing in the second game.
Then logic suggests that your injury would have caused you to lose the match.
I suppose so. He's a good player and a good officer. I'm putting in a request to bring him on the Enterprise.
That should be fascinating.
Hello, Captain. I'm Captain Gernsbeck of the Shinobi. I thought I would thank you personally before we left for Cephas 5.
A pleasure to meet you, Captain.
Have we met before, Captain? There's something familiar.
Perhaps we did, on some other planet, in some other star system, sometime long ago.
Message from Starfleet Command.
On screen.
I reviewed your report from your recent assignment, Captain, and have a few comments. The top brass at Starfleet are impressed with the results of your recent performance. Right? Outstanding work, Jim.
I think Trelane is Q. Or AQ. Alright. I'm gonna probably save this. And
Captain's log.
Break.
While exploring an uncharted star system in the Deneb sector, we received what we think is a message from a distress beacon on Onias 2. We're en route to investigate.
Save new game. Replace previous. Delete previous. Save new. Replace. Delete. Save new game.
Nope.
Replace. Delete. Save new. Delete. Save new. Delete. Save new game.
I advise referring to the star map and setting a course for the Onia system, Captain.
No signal from the planet other than the distress beacon, sir.
Awesome. What was it? Oh, okay. Alright.
Yes, quit the game.
Thank you guys for hopping in and watching. This was a lot of fun, actually. But I think I've got to give myself a little break here. But I'll probably stream a little later this evening. And I will catch you guys later.